watching Let's Chat.
We're continuing our discussion with folks who want your vote to be our next Hamilton County mayor. This morning, we're spending a few minutes with Matt Hollander, a familiar face here at News 12 Now. Matt, good morning.
Chip, glad to be here.
Huge business background going back to the Hulco days and even a little bit further back. Give us the overall synopsis of your business background.
Yeah, so I really feel like the mayor has the executive position in the county to run everything, and you have to have a leader that knows how to build a team, and I've done that my whole career. So at Hulco, you know, and other businesses I've been involved in, I build a great team, and then the team goes and gets the job done. There's a lot that we need to get done in Hamilton County, and it means creating that team, and that's what I want to do.
If you were to prioritize the things that need getting done here in Hamilton County, where would you start?
You know, I was asked recently what's the most challenging thing that we need to do, and I asked Mayor Coppinger the same question, and we both had the same answer, and it's infrastructure. We have an infrastructure issue here. It's not bright and shiny to talk about sewers on the campaign trail or here on TV, but it's an issue we have. We have issue with roads. We have an issue with school facilities. So I think infrastructure will be one of the biggest challenges, but it's one that I'm ready to face.
What do you think one of the biggest differences is between you and your competitors in the race for Hamilton County mayor? What puts you above the competitors? Well,
I've tried throughout this campaign the last 6 months to talk about me and not about my opponents. So I'll continue to do that. I've led a business for 20 years. I've made payroll for 20 years. I've had a line of credit. I've made tough decisions. I've had to fire people, but I grew my business. So from the time I bought the business from my father in 2007 until I sold it last year, we went from here to here. My opponents, I don't know that they've done that. Their businesses may have stayed even or went down, or one of them, I don't even know if they have a business, but I've just grown my business and went through my career trying to make things better in whatever I've done, and that's what I want to do for Hamilton County.
And at its core, Hamilton County is a business.
You know, it's an $850 million budget, and to be able to read financials and look at a budget, I've read P&Ls, I've went through financials. I want to see where that $850 million is being spent and how we can spend it most effectively.
One of the biggest drains on the county budget, and it's a worthwhile expenditure, of course, is education. What do you see as one thing that we need to do to start fixing education like you want to fix infrastructure?
You know, I've heard over the years, Chip, and I've heard it from elected officials, that education is just a black hole you throw money at, and you can't fix it. And I don't agree with that. I believe it can be fixed, and I think we can make it better. And I think that as long as we communicate with parents and students and let them know what's available in this county, especially the trade school options, whatever career path a student wants to take, we want to support that. And 64% of our budget goes to education, but that's 64% of right now $833 million. If we continue to grow and develop in this county, that $833 million, this year will be $850, next year it might be $900. When we hit $1 billion, 64% of $1 billion will go to education. And so we will continue to fund it and make sure that we have what we need for the best education and take care of teachers and take care of students and make sure that we develop workforce in this county.
All right, you said a moment ago one of the things you wanted to do was make it better. What qualities of life do you think need improving here in Hamilton County?
You know, we live in a great county, Chip, and there's a lot of great things that already exist here. You know, I've been here, my family's 6 generations in Hamilton County, but if you just move here for 6 months, everyone says, I don't want to leave, I love this place.
Sure.
But the Hamilton County that we grew up with, you remember, we're the scenic city, but we've gotten away from that. We have a lot of garbage in our ditches, we have some crime issues, we have gang issues, we have infrastructure issues, and Mayor Coppinger has done a great job addressing all of that, but we have a lot of work left to do. So I want to use my skill set to bring the right team together. And here's what I've not heard when I meet with all the department heads in Hamilton County. What's the vision of Hamilton County? When I had my business, we had a vision.
Right.
I've not heard anyone talk about vision for Hamilton County, and it's real simple to me, and this may be a lofty goal, but I have no reason to think we can't be the best county in this nation, and that's my vision for Hamilton County.
What would be one of your first steps to get us there?
You know, the first step is letting the thousands of employees that work for Hamilton County know that that's our vision. What is our vision? What is our mission? What are our values here in Hamilton County? That's not being communicated to our employees. You as the taxpayer are the customer. And when I look at it from my business perspective, I want to give you great customer service. I want you to give me a 5-star review. Well, if I'm the county and you're the taxpayer, I've got to deliver that service to you, and that's what I want the employees of Hamilton County to give our citizens.
You mentioned the crime situation a moment ago. Obviously, we need some help in fighting that crime. With you as mayor, how would you work with the law enforcement community to make our area safer and give us a lower crime rate?
Sure, Chip. You know, we run our own polls. There have been other polls that have been ran. Business people run polls. Chattanoogan.com, Free Press, Channel 12, everybody runs their polls. The number one issue in all those polls is public safety and crime. And I've spent a lot of time with my good friend Austin Garrett, who will be our next Hamilton County Sheriff, and I want to support the Sheriff's Office and give them the tools they need to do their job. And we're down right now in recruiting deputies. It's hard to recruit deputies, but I want to use the mayor's office as a platform to let deputies all over this country know that you should come to Hamilton County to be a police officer. You know, I did a ride along recently, and it blows my mind what the citizens out there don't know happens on a Thursday night off Highway 153.
Yeah.
It's a dangerous job. We need to respect our law enforcement, and I will do everything I can as mayor to let them know that I got their back.
Very quickly, as we're longer on the subject of crime, obviously there's a lot of polarization between our law enforcement community, whether it's city or county, and some sectors of the community. How do we narrow that gap? Not just you in the mayor's office, not just with Austin Garrett as our next sheriff, but everybody pulling together. How do we shrink that polarization, that distance between them?
I think it's working with the city. Tim Kelly is a friend of mine. I want to work closely with Tim. I want to work with Austin. I want to work with the new police chief. I think we all got to come together as one. It's instead of having these departments, I think we can all come together, me, Austin, Tim Kelly, the new police chief, and address these issues as a community versus being independent.
If you could only get one major thing accomplished in your tenure as mayor, what would that be?
That's a tough question. I think my overall question would be to let the community know the vision that this county can be. My number one goal would be, by the time I leave office, this county knows that we have the ability, or we are the best county in this nation. Number two, infrastructure.
All right, Matt, we're going to have to leave it there. Folks can find out more about you, your background, your family, and your campaign and your vision by checking out your website, which is
Matt4mayor.com.
It's Matt4mayor.com. Matt, good to see you. And
Thanks,
if you want
Jim.
to find out more about the election particulars, where you can sign up to vote, where you can vote early, check out HamiltonTN.gov. That's HamiltonTN.gov.